Well, what I said after he said that was it's called entertainment, But I also said you're the only man I know that looks like a pedophile and a child.
That's a clean pedophile joke. I like that. Okay.
The Todd Shapiro Show, SiriusXM 168.
Meeting here out of Toronto, co-hosting the program. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm good. I went for a couple of drinks earlier, so
Yeah, me too, to be honest. I don't normally do that before a show, but I did it today. I had a client meeting, and they bought drinks. So I'm like, all right, it's on your dime, not mine. If you're not going to advertise with us, you might as well buy me the meal. But before we do anything, this lady, in an interesting way, has become I find, even though she's younger than me, like a mentor to me. She's just very inspirational and positive and funny and cool. We met at JFL. We hung out in New York a little bit, and what a big weekend for her. And I don't know her a ton, but what I know is all her hard work and all her comedy and all her genuine nature that she puts out there and her craziness has led to this, which is a big weekend. Welcome to the program, Jessica Kirson, everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I don't. Did that make any sense whatsoever?
Yeah, that was like very, very sweet what you just said. Huge compliment.
Well, Jess, let's be honest. You have some amazing things going. Like your career is in that point right now where it's like, oh, do you know Jessica? Like, yeah, I've known Jessica for years, but look what's going on right. It's a big time for you, and you're giving me your time, so I'm grateful.
Thank you. I am kind of freaking out a little bit, and I wasn't for a long time. This has been a crazy week. I was on Comedy Central and True TV, and article came out in the New York Times, and then was on the Stern Show, and then I just did The View today with De Niro, and now I just drove to New Jersey to do headline for the weekend, doing gigs, and it started to affect me. Like, what is going on?
Well, take it all in stride. What's going on is your hard work is paying off, and tell everyone why this week I sound like a fucking Passover dinner right here. Why is been one of the most important weeks of your life?
I like it. Well, I did a movie with De Niro called The Comedian, and they asked me to be in the movie. He saw me do stand up and loved what I did, and asked me to be in it. But then when I met with him, we just hit it off, and to make a very long story short, I ended up coaching him on how to do stand-up and consulting on the film and getting an associate producer credit and being in it. So it's been an amazing year, and it's coming out today.
Yeah, coming out today, North American release. So we're right here in Canada, or if you're listening to us in the United States, which we have, I think we have more listeners in the States than we do in Canada. I'm finding out, which saddens me in a way because I like our Canadian friends. But how was it? I know you do stuff for Stern. You do prank calls on Stern Show and stuff. Were you sitting there right in Stern's studio?
Yeah, what I do is I write in the other room in the pit with the other writers while the show is going on for 4 hours. And then during it, I will get up and make some calls to the show sometimes and do pranks and do characters. And then I stay after and do other prank calls.
That's unbelievable. And were you on Stern?
Cool.
Were you on Stern as you this week talking about the movie?
No, I wasn't. They had other guests, and they had other stuff going on, so this was pre-planned a while ago. So I just went in and wrote on the show, and then did some calls after that they'll play, in the next couple of weeks. It's so much fun. Obviously, it's amazing.
What time do you get up for that?
Like 5, which is, a little after I normally go to sleep. So
that's crazy. And then will you do gigs later that night?
Yeah. My schedule is crazy. I am exhausted right now. I got no sleep, and then I'll rest a little now and then go headline 2 shows. And it's life of a comic,
It's fucking great. Jess, you are, and recently you were doing the roast battle. We have listen to this. This is fitting. I'm gonna run the tease. Daniel Woodrow, jump in anytime. By the way, my co-host. We have Jess. I don't know if you know the way our program's structured, but I get great Canadian comedians typically, or anyone if I'm in America, to co-host the program. Kind of every day we rotate amazing co-hosts that do much more of the funny than I ever do, and Woodrow's one of those fellas today.
Yeah, I'm not quite the roast battle type though. I can be mean, but I prefer prefer to be like the more like low key, like hurt you subconsciously, and you think about it later. It doesn't work in the roast battle format as well.
Conniving.
Yeah, I do a voodoo doll.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm exactly like you. I have to say it's actually interesting. I roasted Todd Barry. Jeff Ross asked me to do it, and I from the get-go, in my gut, I was like, I don't want to do this. And then I just said, you know what, I'll do it. Fuck it, I'll try it. And it was very uncomfortable. Yeah. I don't mind doing a roast, and don't mind, if I was up on a dais talking and there were people sitting next to me, but like going face to face with someone that for me, it was very uncomfortable.
Are you guys friends?
Yeah, I mean, we're not like close friends, but we work together a lot at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
And, we've known each other for years, and it was so nerve-wracking. It goes against my grain to be mean to someone's face, and then to not know what they're going to say to me.
So did you just go in like
weird.
you just doubled
have a
down?
listen. We're going to play a clip. This is Jessica Kirson with Todd. Well, we're going to just call it Todd right now because we're going to make it maybe like maybe I was the other Todd. But have a listen.
Todd, you look like a jockey that f***ed its own horse.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Deflected.
Jessica, people say you yell a lot on stage because you don't have any jokes, and that's not fair. Because you also make funny faces on stage because you don't have any jokes.
That's it? You don't have more Jessicas? I'm talking to my producer, Jessica.
Well, it's just like a 6-minute roast battle. I don't want to give the whole thing away.
But you ended on Jess's. Like, make it look like she won.
That was your best joke, though.
Okay.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I didn't want to win. Every time they interviewed me, I'm like, I'm praying I don't win. I literally, you know how honest I am, Todd. I was like, I don't want to be here. That's what I was saying in the camera. But, I knew he was going to say that I yell and scream and don't have, he's one of those comics who would say that because when you talk to him, it's like taking an Ambien. You know what I mean? Like, completely different.
I guess she won. She won.
Yeah, you won.
Well, what I said after he said that was it's called entertainment, But I also said you're the only man I know that looks like a pedophile and a child.
That's a clean pedophile joke. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm not just saying this, and I said this on the show. His energy got me so, it was like he put me in a trance, and I forgot. I didn't even know what I wanted to say. I literally was napping while we were talking. And I completely just disassociated from the whole conversation, and we won. And then I was so grateful.
Even you channeling him right now is putting our listeners to sleep at the wheel and crashing and dying. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
Dang it.
Jess, well, tell us about the comedian real quick. And I know we spoke to you in New York, but maybe remind a new listener just because, it's very current right now. What it was like working with Robert De Niro and what people can expect in the film.
Well, it was incredible to work with him. I mean, even when I was on The View today, there's clips on my Facebook, comedian Jessica Kirson, and he's the most humble person. He really is. He's shy, and he's like so willing to learn. And he met me every morning before we would film, and I would just work with him. And, it was very nerve-wracking for him. It's scary for someone, no matter who you are, and you have to look like you've been doing it for 35 years. But he worked so hard, and it was incredible to get to know him and become friends with him. And there's so many other people in the movie, like Danny DeVito, Harvey Keitel, Edie Falco, Leslie Mann, Charles Grodin. I could name, the list goes on and on, Patty LuPone. And it's really funny. I mean, I did what I could to make it as real as possible. And, of course, the director had final say with everything. But it was a blast. I consulted on the whole movie. It was amazing.
It's awesome. And, one of the things we also talked about in New York was sort of this crazy political climate we're in right now, and what a nice escape right now. Whether it's a comedy club like the Cellar in New York, or here, whether it's Yuck Yucks or Absolute Comedy Bar, or anything, or just a comedy bar, anything going on. Get out, people, and laugh, and go and check out this movie. You're going to see our lovely guest here, Jessica, in it as well. I don't know. I've known you for such a short time, but there's something, we have this kindred spirit. It's weird. And I'm just so elated for you.
Way.
Thank you.
I feel the same way about you. I think you're such a good person. You know, I really, really do. And you're right. It's so tense right now. And it's really hard. So to just laugh and be silly in life and try to be around positivity is so important, because it's not easy here right now. It's just not.
At Jessica Curzon, if you follow her too, speaking about being silly, that's one of her big hashtags, and she'll like be on airports with very serious people and look at them and do crazy faces and stuff. It's like, I love that stuff. Is so priceless to me, because I know those stiffs and like, did you ever get caught doing it though?
I have gotten caught, and I think people just think I'm mentally ill, which I am. Not in that way where I'm like, staring at them and longingly, but and that's my, it's a TV show I'm working on too, is just doing interventions and being silly with people, because really people need to let go. They do. A lot of people just don't let go, don't have fun, so filled with fear, worried about the future, and it's important to just laugh and be silly.
And not to get too deep, but it's actually very sad that people live 80, 90 years and not know how just to sort of be self-deprecating, let go a little bit, and enjoy it. Because it whether something tragic happens to you or family or whatever, and people lose their eyes, so like shit just happens. Go out and have some fucking fun and experience life the way it's meant to be, with this laughter.
That's the way to do it.
Is there anything funny we can end the song? Because we're getting so serious, Jess. Like, this is, how do we end this? Funny?
I know, I'm about to kill myself. Most depressing interview I've ever had. No, I'm joking.
Well, it was great talking to Todd Barry, and
oh my God, I'm going to get meds after this.
It's getting dark quick.
Jess, have fun with. I know you already did your red carpet premiere, but the national-wide or North American release this weekend of The Comedian. Enjoy it. Have some fun with it. We look forward to having you back on the program. We're going to be out in LA soon. I know you're in New York, but you get to LA sometimes, so maybe we'll cross paths over there. And I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys.
The Todd Shapiro Show.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. You can subscribe over there, or you can watch another video over here. And I think this is the Daniel Bryan yes chant. So what the hell? Yes, yes, Todd Shapiro Show. Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore. It's a very sad story.